My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Hey, this is another episode of Bring Your Tactics, a chance for you to showcase some of those tactics, get some feedback, some input. And yes, we have a new show coming up. So a new show coming on starting soon. It's a role challenge show. We managed to get some tactics in from you guys, so we'll be doing that. The first episode will be next week. Yep, and it's gonna be interesting. You guys are the drivers of this show, and feed how well it does. We'll wait to see. Elmac, hey man, I'm doing well. Thanks for popping in on today's stream. Okay, so we've got some tactics. I'm gonna put the link in chat right now, in case you guys are wanting to share your tactics too. So there we go. Oh no, wrong link. That's the wrong link. That's the link to the video. Oh my goodness. Sorry, my bad. We gotta take out the other link, okay, and put that link into the chat. Yep, there we go. That's the link to the tactic. Yeah, right. So here we go, guys. This is, as you guys probably very well know, this is a show where it's called Bring Your Tactics. A chance for you to bring in your tactics. We get a perspective, right? I can tell you one thing. The majority of people are making great tactics. Yeah, it's just generally just picking the wrong player. That's it. And we've got a new show coming on very soon where it's a challenge, and you guys are going to find out more about that very soon. But today, we're going to pop in the tactics. We're going to take a look at the very first one you guys have submitted. The link is in the chat as well, in case you guys want to pop in some more. No, this was one of the tactics from last week. Yeah, this is out there as one of the stranger tactics I've seen this year. All right, I'm not saying it's a bad tactic. It's just one of the stranger tactics. Yeah, we saw how it did, right? Okay, now this is very interesting. It could definitely work. I'm looking at this tactic and I'm pretty impressed. Yeah. Only role I would change is this role. And I would probably change these two roles, especially this role. The reason why I would change this role is because if you play a wingback, he's just going to drive down the flanks, right? But if you play a complete wingback, he can come inside as well. There's some dynamics that can happen between the volante and the wingback. Here, with him pushing up so high up the pitch, with this gap coming up, you could actually get this guy on support duty. He can push out a bit more. I recognize the reason why you've done this on a defend duty, because you want this to be a secure flank, right? So when it's a safety first approach, and I can see why it's been chosen. Standard defensive, exactly, safety first approach with the back line. Prevent shot with a aggressive press, which means that the zones of influence are quite big. So whenever you do something like this, doesn't mean their closing down is bigger. It just means that if a player makes a mistake with his first touch, you see, you have to look out for these things. It's whenever there is a reason to close somebody down, they will close him down. It's not just because he's coming. If he comes into the defensive zone, yeah, that's 100%. You know, if he's already here, he's going to do his work. But when you do like a trick, when you do this, what it means is when a player comes in, maybe he has a loose first touch, then more than one player is going to go for him. Yeah, that's what it actually does. Yeah, so player or defense, generally these two are going to be affected. Especially, I think both of these roles might drop a bit deeper when you want to work the ball out defense. So when you're looking at player or defense, you got to make sure the guys in the middle have got very good work rate. Dribbling, first touch, you know, comfortable bringing the ball up. And you got to pay attention to things like these guys are bombing up the pitch very aggressively, right? Okay, so looking at this, I mean, on the face of it, I would think that that's a fine tactic. There's nothing about that tactic that is off. Okay, so we got a game. All right, we can play it straight away. Okay. Hey, JT, how are you doing, man? How are you doing? So, yes. After this, we'll take a short break, and then I'll probably be on Twitch for a while. Yeah. Won't be that too long. I mean, we're going to be doing Diablo. I'm now grinding level 50 to level 70. Yeah. Okay, wing back, CD. The Dawood Bellingham Wolf as a wingback. I mean, I've used him more as a winger. So like when I'm evaluating whether somebody can be a wingback, the first thing I look at, of course I look at aggression. I look at his ability to come back and defend. See, positioning is not. I mean, we can. We'll just play him and see what happens. Munier is in terms of attributes a bit better, although he's not that fast. But we want to attack, right? So let's go. Oh no, Mats Hummels is in defense. Italian Pampase. How are you, brother? All right. So what are we looking at? We're looking at transitions. We're going to see how the left side works. Secondly, I'm looking at the right side where the wing back was operating. Remember to complete the wing back on the right? And I was suggesting maybe we want to play him as a complete wing back. So we'll see some of the highlights. Once again, these are the rules of the show. It's very simple. I don't change your tactic for the first 45 minutes. We want to see the transitions because sometimes you guys come up with some bizarre formations I've never seen before, I never even contemplated, and they work brilliantly. So, hey man, we all into this. Let's give everyone a fair shake. Okay, see this? I will track it back. Why did that happen? I will look for these all the time. Okay, you can do that as well. Goalkeeper kicks the ball. Haller hits it on. Nothing fantastic about that. Okay, goalkeeper kicked it on. That's the thing, right? So there. Look at that. He's gone in, looking for nope, nothing. They open themselves up very aggressively. Omri Chan coming in to help us win the ball. That's solid play. Fantastic goal. Fantastic goal. Catanaccio is not Park the Bus. Yeah. Their TIs are slightly different. Yeah. Catanaccio is, Catanaccio doesn't really. Park the Bus and Catanaccio are both defensive systems, right? Okay. In a Catanaccio system, you would have to. Your players are sitting pretty deep, not giving up a lot of space, and then trying to hit sides sporadically off the break. Very defensive. Yeah. Park the Bus. You literally are parking everybody behind. So you're getting everybody back. So the two differences will be how you set up your attack duties in the final third. Yeah. That's about it. Yeah, so you just have these two attack duties. Hey man, Mr. Bean says, love watching these. Welcome to the show. All right, so look, okay, guys. At the moment, right, there is nothing untoward about the system. You scored a goal, but where has the goal come from? It's come from open set piece, right? So whenever I see something like this, my initial reaction is this is not good. I want to see more. I want to see build up play. I want to see how my team is working the ball up the pitch. I wouldn't be happy with a goal, right? No way. Yeah. Especially in a system where I'm expecting to bomb down the flanks. Like here, two systems that are essentially narrow but looking at action zones. Let's look at action zones. Somewhere in this, we have action zones. Yeah, there we go. 40, 34. Most of the battle is happening in midfield. And they are third and not us. Hey, Fish Sucks, how are you, man? Did you... Wait, Fish Sucks, your tactic, right? Fish Sucks. Did I cover this last week or did you just drop this in today? Yeah, I know Black Box, JK's tactic was on the stream, but this must be later, right? You just dropped it today, right? After the stream, I was like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore, right? Hey, you did by accident, so we're not supposed to see the show? Sorry, the tactic? Okay, fine, no worries. Okay, so we got the ball. Wolf, there we go. That's the thing about these attacking roles. Now, the thing is, we want to see them, okay. Whenever I'm dominating sides, have you seen my, okay, I know that last game wasn't so fantastic, but I wanted to point out something when I was playing the game, which is every time I get the ball back, I'm very patient. I'm like probing, I'm controlling whole games. The only reason why I would concede goals is basically I'm not paying attention. I have the wrong players on the pitch. Right, so you can also see this, like, would you know, like you're attacking them, they what you call it? They clear the ball, it comes back to you, right? That is what you want to see. So far, not bad. Are we in the, yeah, looking good. I mean, this doesn't look too bad, man. And have you noticed all the attacks are coming on the right flank, not the left, no. All the attacks are coming on the right flank. Where I suggested using a complete wing back, he's got everything happening on the right flank with his wing back. Okay. Doesn't need to be changed then. If it works, it works. The thing is, in this particular case, right, it might be working because the opposition are playing a tactic without wingers. So your wingback is going to battle. He's not driving into traffic as well because complete wingbacks always come inside. So every single attack is down there, right? Like, look, it's scoring. DJ Singleton. Sorry, yeah, you're not on the Discord, right? If you're on Discord, then it hasn't uploaded. I haven't looked at those tags. These are all last week's. Okay, so I'll delete all these first. Okay, these are the ones for this week from you guys. 12. Okay, we've got some tactics coming in. So I've got to pause behind. Got to pause this here. I'll tap. We score a third goal. Look at that, man. We don't have to. We don't have to. What should I call it? We don't have to. Brain cell's not working today. We don't have to make too many changes. No, okay. Half time. Hey, you guys, look. I am looking at the tactic. Do make changes? No, don't make. Leave your tactic as it is. Right, it works. Why change a winning combination? Okay, we have a slight problem, Houston. It's called I don't have somebody for this position. I can't play Omrichan there, which had been the original plan. We'll find out what this. And then Guerrero is also playing. Oh my goodness, this is a bad. I did badly in terms of choosing who to play. My starting 11 doesn't give me any options from the bench, man. Okay, and then we'll find out something else. We'll find out how your team does when it's very tired. So I'm going to change this guy to a complete wingback. So probably end this guy to a complete forward and support. Okay, there's only 2 roles I'm going to change, right? And I'm going to change this to whole shape. That's all. Instead of countering at every opportunity, we're going to hold the shape. What does that do? Basically, if you win the ball back for the opposition, you counter pressing to win the ball back, but you're being smart about how you counter. Right? Only countering when the opportunity is a very good one. Like that. That was not bad. That's still a counter, it's still on automatically. Now it happens again, we'll see it. So how do I know what to look out for? Like when the AI, obviously when the AI is attacking. Oh, nice ball. Yeah. I think it works. I mean, I was looking for the complete forward to drop deep, and then the complete forward not only dropped deep, he dropped out of the game. He dropped out completely when he's not there. I think we did a show on that, man, Koshan. The Serbia. I think a lot of people have done that. I mean, essentially, he's got 2 hooks, right? So we gotta set it up. I did it on the stream. Now I can't remember. Yeah, but it's pretty standard. Everybody's doing the same. I think everyone's doing almost the same thing. Oh no, that's terrible. That is terrible. Okay. Yeah. Hitting with the ball. But now the reason why we are losing the ball in the center is because of the players. Look at this, right? They're 2 super fit players. Ours is a good question. Yeah, ours is not fit. Our 2 boys are tired. So by now we should have substituted those 2 central midfielders. So in a way, this holding shape probably would be the right thing to do if your players are tired as well. Nice. That's decent football. Huh? Watching with my son Alexander. He's almost 9. Remember, we are from Scotland. Your favorite. Yeah, of course. I have them Scottish jerseys. I love Scotland. Dear, I love Scotland more than England, man. Having said that, yeah, I just went to the UK. I didn't get a chance to go to Scotland. I was in the UK for exactly less than 72 hours. 48 hours after I flew out. I spent more time on the plane than I did in the cities. Oh, nice. Okay, you see all this crossing too much, right? Okay. All right, what we do is we come in here. Right, again, you can do this. Won't harm your tactic anymore. Like reduce the crosses, right? But you're also looking for through passes now because you've got that combination up top, the complete forward, dropping deep. But so far we haven't really seen very much play, a lot of play involving them, right? So what I would do in this kind of a situation is I'll definitely go ball into box, right? Pass into space is fine, but the problem with pass into space is there's a lot of space on that side, and whoever is the fitter player is going to take advantage of it. So in this particular case, the AI, these two are going to help. Yeah, tactic is fine, man. Only difference is what I would do. Yeah. And I would do it situationally when I'm more confident. Yeah, look at that. Instead of crosses like what we saw just now, we get more of that. So there's a lot of verticality. You improve the verticality of your tactic to the center when you do a combination of pass into space, ball into box. Yeah. You can only do that if you have players dropping off and looking out to create chances for other players. If you don't have that, then forget it. I don't try. Your two strikers are both advanced forward. What? You looking who's going to drop back? Yeah. You both of them have got the orders. Go attack. Right, nice. I probably won't change this tactic, man. Oh, it's a good tactic. It's a very, very nice tactic. I mean, the only changes are the ones that suggested. And even then, that's just to give it a bit of a flavor. Eh? All right. So, because we live in the world of bring your tactics, there's no such thing as an injury. Yeah, there we go. You're magically cured. You don't feel sad. You're going to be back again. Yeah, magic. Ping, ping. Magicians. Yeah, we are Borussia Dortmund. The only thing I couldn't do is give you all a magical top of the table position. Okay. To do that, I would have to, you know, save, reload. So basically, when you do a De Sherby Brighton replication, I mean, they have a double pivot that moves out the pitch. They got ball playing defenders that bring the ball out from defense. They work the ball patiently through the center. They can hit on the break. So you gotta look at your two central midfielders. The only reason why people will fail with the De Sherby is when they got the wrong two central midfielders and the wrong outer, the two central, the centre backs, right? Cannot bring the ball out of defense. Such an important thing for defenders. A lot of these tactical systems, a lot of managers are using nowadays. They need their goalkeepers to be able to play the ball on the ground. They need the defenders to bring the ball out of defense. I mean, John Terry probably is going to start crying, and all the old defenders like all your old timers, you know, I'm trying to remember those Arsenal defenders. Tony Adams, Tony Adams, Martin Keown, you know, the typical dribbling the ball out kind of players, right? So if you're looking to create a tactical system that emulates these tacticians like De Sherby, you need ballers, guys who can bring the ball out of defense. Which explains why Ten Hag doesn't want to see David De Gea. And I mean, David De Gea didn't want to leave United, but he didn't extend his contract either. So he's going to quietly fade off. I think there will be clubs that might want to sign him, but clubs that probably don't want to play the ball defense. Yeah. Newcastle is looking mighty good, man, right now. We've got some interesting players coming in. Spurs have got some interesting players coming in. Chelsea have got some interesting financial issues. Liverpool have stopped at 2. More like the Singapore childbirth policy. Hopefully they add a few more. Yeah, they stopped at 2, right? Already talking about the rest. They went assertively into the market for 2 initial signings. Manchester United, the mystery continues. Who's the new owner? Whether I haven't really seen any outstanding moves. Largely, we can't expect United to be making any large transfers, right, in the next couple of weeks. Again, they're not going to make any until they get their ownership sorted. It's difficult to sell players build that have both the cam and striker to drop deep. I'm thinking of asymmetrical. You don't need asymmetrical. You can get 7 players in the build-up, Koshan. Yeah, you want to have 7 players doing a build-up, right? A lot of the time, you're playing on a lower tempo. But you see, when you play on lower tempo, it doesn't mean that all your tactics are going to be slow. You look at your players playing forward, look at your mentality, you can definitely build play up and still get the ball up the pitch. But you can you don't want to have too many attacking duties running too far forward, kind of thing. Yeah. Villa have a great window as well, yeah. But we'll see what happens. I'm waiting to see. I think there's going to be so much drama this year in the Premier League. There's going to be a lot of excitement, man. I can't wait. I can't wait for the excitement. Discord, okay, Merry Christmas is done. Okay, so we've got all these tactics, and these are the tactics we'll be doing. Alrighty, you guys in early, so we see all the tactics. Before I click, make sure that all of you have got FM. Okay, don't suddenly, it was one day, right? We downloaded the tactics, and I was like wondering, why is it taking so long? Normally it's instant, no? Right? Normally it is instant, okay? Then suddenly, all of a sudden, one took so long, and then I discovered, one of you sent. The best part, you huge file. Not that I don't want to download the file, but it affects everybody else. Oh man. If you're my friend, maybe, I'll say, okay, friend, you just send. Nobody else is doing a show today. Nobody else is waiting. But we can't do that. It's not fair. So, randomly, we shall pick tactics out, okay? All right, so we can make sure first, Mr. Bean, I have to choose what? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch the tiger by the toe. Which way did I stop? This one, okay? I take this one, it's gone. Boom, okay. Only one tactic, okay. All right, if you don't say I do this eeny, meeny, miny, mo, okay? All right, that's the way it works. All right, 4-2-3-1, Shadow Striker, 4-3-3. Dead Boys, Black 4231, DM box. Okay, so I'm gonna fade the first one. Close my eyes. Mouse goes all over the place. Bam! Who's this? No, that's nothing. Mr. Bean, you're lucky, Your tactic begin first. Okay, I've done one of these tactics before on my stream, and it was brilliant. So just to set the standards for you, okay? Just to set the standards for you, all right? Okay? All right? It was absolutely brilliant, okay? And we all saw it. My 4-3-1-2 with double volantes on attack with an enganche on top. It absolutely mesmerized with his attacking football. Yeah, it was fun to watch. But naturally, these kind of things, they only happen on streams, right? Okay, Saleh Oskan, you coming? Okay, I mean, I wish I could make you fit, but, wishes, if I have all my wishes fulfilled, Elon Musk would be the poorest man in the world. Okay, Volante in it, off the ball. Okay, he's got off the ball. Okay. Bellingham can be a volante. Mark Royce. Okay, this tactic, focus play to the middle, fairly narrow. All right, let's go. All right, once again, this one we'll make changes on the fly, because we'll not be playing the whole game. Okay, I'm looking at this tactic, it does not require focus play to the middle. Why? Because you already got so many players in the center. Why? Focus play to the middle opens up space down the flanks. It will definitely do that, right? So you don't really need this. I mean, it can help. There might be more passing in the center. It won't harm your tactic, but this tactic will do brilliantly with an enganche. A diamond formation? Why not? Diamonds are great formations. I think a diamond is a very, very good formation. Yeah. Diamond is one of the best formations out there because it puts pressure on the offensive third and allows you to create a lot of passes, right? Passing triangles in and around the area. What a turn, man. Look at the skill. Okay, Alfonso Davies in. Okay, all right. So, yeah. I mean, this tactic can actually do quite well. Yeah, can actually do it. But the reason this tactic is going to struggle, and I'll tell you why it's going to struggle. It's going to struggle because of this position. You got expecting a lot of these guys, and these guys aren't really doing very much. So what do you want this guy to do is you're going to ask him to drop back. Then turn this guy into like a complete forward attack. Okay. So let him drop back. Let these two volantes do the work. All right. So then what we'll do is we'll remove the focus play to the middle. I'll remove the word ball into box because you're playing against mighty Bayern Munich. Right defense only works in the final third. Doesn't really help you right now, right? Because why if I'm top heavy and I'm running it, I got a lot of attack duties, like even here, like a 4-3-3, then I'll consider 4-2-3-1, yes, but not this tactic. This tactic, then you're running. What will happen is these guys might get involved because the thing will kick in the final third. So they're already so high up the pitch. When that happens, you open up these gaps in your tactic, and then you might end up conceding a lot of goals. I don't know, Sebastian Haller also failed it. He looks like a great baller, but the thing is, even in Football Manager, right, he didn't score for a lot of players though. It's got there's something about him in this game. It doesn't really do, I don't know. So maybe Football Manager has a way of making some people look average. Okay, now what's the other problem with this tactic? Okay, the thing is, right, it's very solid defensively. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of pretty solid defensive play. You got 3 plus 4 is 7 in defense, right? So it could be, if just talking about getting a result from Bayern Munich, this is brilliant. Okay, which is more viable? Both are very viable. It depends on what you want to do. Like, I will play both interchangeably, right? I like the one that I'm using is got 2 inverted wing backs, right? 2 volantes on attack, 1 DM on defense, 1 enganche in the center, right? And a CF and a AF on attack, right? And the AF is attacking the line with the dribble more and take more risks. So mine is a very offensive 4-3-1-2, which does a lot of hard running. So you need the players for it. Now this version is not wrong. It's a very good version too, but I'm not changing it because we're playing against Bayern Munich. So Bayern are going to do a lot of attacking, and I just want to do a lot of defending. When we get a chance to attack, well, we'll have this. We have 2 players forward. Let them do the attacking. So it works. It can work against top sides. You'll be defending quite a lot. So you're looking at, okay, how do I defend, right? What kind of players do I need? Look at this. Now that's it. Simple. Over the top it goes. Why not? It can work. Yeah, it definitely works. Okay, what we can do with this role is that Adeyemi can go off and conquer on his own, right? Dribble more, take more risks, right? So that's what we can tell him to do. So the reason why I played a complete forward is this guy is going to roam, right? He can drop back, he can drop deep, he can hold up the ball, he can launch it. This enganche is just going to stay in this position, it's just a hook. And he might sometimes they do drop a bit deeper, but it allows him to be a pivot out for these players, right? So if this guy brings the ball up, this guy, if we get a chance to, that is. I probably won't see it happen a lot, not now, but in against some sides, you know, better sides than us, we might have to play like this. But against weaker sides, we could easily turn this into like a fullback on attack, volante on attack, volante on attack. This guy stays back. So what you actually get is this dynamic where these two charging up along with these two. But what my system does is different. I play inverted wingbacks on attack. So inverted wingbacks on attack are very different, right? They roam. They also attack narrow. So they can sometimes come in and attack this way or give us width. But the priority for them is to come into this area. So while this guy is moving forward, these guys are coming in to support play. So they're not very far away from each other. So they have options. And in that setup, right, this Enganche is a superstar. Because he's got all these guys running right past him and he's just going, okay, he's like a quarterback that drops into this pocket and plays the ball into the space. So in a more attacking variation, I will go pass into space and run a defense. Because then I have more than one fella running in, right? So those volantes become goal scorers. So yeah. So would I change this tactic? I definitely won't change it. If I was playing against if I'm playing against a good side like Bayern Munich, I will probably stick to this setup and go like, okay, we just play like this and that's it, right? The Enganche's problem is you need a good Enganche. Like Royce lost the ball, but when we lose the ball, we're not overcommitted as well. Yeah. So he is just going to look for runs, man. Your AMC on attack is I changed it because I'm playing against Bayern Munich right now. So I didn't want to have a situation where I didn't have a passing option. Right. Here I have like, what I've done is the Enganche stays in a position where he's going to give their DMs not an issue. If I have an attack duty, my Enganche doesn't do that. So now he's in this position here, right? So he's doing all this work, no? that covers, that basically shuts out their passing options. Then it's very deep. Then he looks out, just very safe option, right? So instead of overcommitting and getting him too high up the pitch, I get him operating in the hole where their DM is supposed to be. So now the DM is pulled out of position as well. So when we pull that DM out of position, we actually create space. So yeah, there are many, many more ways to do it. So right now, because we have that extra person in the center, they cannot attack us. I mean, I've not noticed any major attacks down the flanks. Yeah. So here we go. There we go. And this thing about the Enganche, when he has these kind of partners beside him, the Enganche Volante combination is one of the best combinations in the game of Football Manager. Unfortunately for us, hey Sané, your Bayern Munich don't want you lah. Why you could know that's Leroy Sané? Ouch! Oh, Leroy. This can happen. Unfortunately for us, we were playing so well. One stupidissimo pass. One bad pass. A Schlotterbeck shouldn't be a central defender anyway. Yeah, the marking is quite good. See, that interchange of players in the marking positions, I liked it. Yeah. This is Mr. Bean Caesar's tactic. Yeah, it's quite good. I mean, this is quite defensive and it's quite solid. I mean, there are no too many PIs. There we go. Dribble more, pass it shorter, dribble more. I would, okay, maybe this is unique to his player. Yeah, okay. I guess this is because you don't have a very good player. Dribble less, kind inside a ball stay. Okay, all right. I get what you're doing. Just like complete wing back, but you get further forward. Okay, can. It's a very safe. This is safety first, though. I would say go for it if you're playing safety first. Yeah, it's good. It's actually quite good. Yeah. My setup will be 70. I would definitely get this guy to be dropping off like a third playmaker here, and he's gonna be pinging these balls up. We already saw one or two just now. So, and looking at this, right? We're playing against Bayern Munich, right? Okay, after the 60th minute is when we're gonna suffer because our players are gonna be super tired. Schlotterbeck, Bellingham, Dawood, Sule. And it's got their passing options. There we go. Fullbacks look passing inside, right? What a pass. Turns. Not bad. Yeah. Hey, I'm not blaming you. I think this is a good tactic. It is a very good tactic. I really like this tactic. Because one of my best tactics is a 4-3-1-2 triple DMs. Yeah. It's very, very, because you got so many options, right? You can go very attacking if you want to, by just changing the duties and the roles for some of the players. And then you're deadly on the counter. Yeah. You're very, very deadly on the counter. But you've done it with 3 players charging to the middle, which is fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's still a good idea. Because you got like, I'm going to have 7 in defense and 3 in attack. Yeah, okay, fine. Mine was more like 8 in defense and 2 in attack because I'm playing Bayern Munich, right? So, yeah, I think this is great, man. This is a good tactic. Very nice. We played it out and I'm very happy. I like what I see. Don't change winning tactic. I don't change the tactic. I mean, I'm just thinking that if you're in a situation where you want to pummel somebody, right? Okay, that's a different story. Then you're talking about, okay, what do I do? This is what I would do. Yeah, Enganche, phew, send them forward. Yeah, if you get whacked down the flanks, probably won't. I mean, you gotta have really bad fullbacks for that to happen, or defenders who can't win the ball in the air. Look, we only lost by 1 goal. But look at the scoreline. This is a very good performance though, compared to previous meetings between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. Yeah, this is a very solid result. Bayern Munich struggled to do anything for long periods until that one mistake that our defenders made. And yeah, they went on, right? Okay. All right. The next thing we do, we look at some of the other tactics, right? So you're very lucky, Mr. Beat. 2 tactics, and I closed my eyes, he landed on one of them. Lucky bugger. All right. Okay. So let's take a look at some of the other tactics, right? Okay. Pum pum pum. Papa puppy power unite. Okay. So we've done Mr. Bean, and we delete. Okay. So next tactic. Dazas 4-1-1-1-4-1-3-1-1 IVB. You know, the IVB made me confused. Okay. Now, this tactic. Okay. You got AM on attack. You got CM on attack. 1 DM on defense. 1 DLF on attack. Wow, this is very confusing, man. Low cross, I'll just remove it. There's no point. In this game, just don't do low cross. Okay. Yeah, there's a reason why you don't do low crosses. It's just cutbacks. I mean, why would you limit the kind of crossing that you do in a game to just cutbacks? Makes no sense to me. Okay, here there's something about this tactic. This guy comes in here, holds this position, and you got this guy coming in. So you got all these guys attacking, but this guy is holding up the ball. All right, and this guy is pretty safe. I would probably play this guy as a. This guy is gonna attack this way. This guy, I would probably get this guy to come in or stay somewhere and get into the final third, because this inverted wingback. Inverted wing is just gonna come in, and basically what you're doing in this tactic is these two are the main goal scorers. No? Okay, you don't do counter press, you do hold shape. Okay, don't counter every. You want to maintain. You want to dominate possession in this tactic, right? Okay, so this is what I would do. I would probably hold shape and counter press instead of the other way. I will use this guy as a complete forward and attack. Okay, if you don't have that kind of a player, it's either complete forward or DLF on attack. One of the two. Okay. Now this role is the one that's got me timid, because if I play a fullback on support, we're just gonna end up here. Okay, I mean, cross from deep. Okay, I guess as much. So basically, you just want him coming here and not doing anything else. Okay, you can either go with a fullback on support. You can play a wingback on defense. Right, wingbacks on defense just end up here as well. So there are two roles that you can play here. You can either play fullback on defense, or you can play a wingback on defense. These two can both work. Right. Okay. So if he comes down into this position, is what I would do. Complete forward on attack, actually, because he will roam. What I would think this guy should do is roam and move around a bit more. Or if your goal is to have sit in the opponent's third and try and score goals, if that is not your goal, then I would just go. Because you're going to lose the ball a lot of times here. If you get too many fellas coming in, drop the ball and try and pass, because these two guys are going to try. I would probably play this guy as a winger. Yeah. Not an inverted winger. If you want someone, what I would play is a winger whose favorite foot is right foot, playing from this position. Right. And then inverted wingback coming here, and this has to be a right-footed winger, not a left-footed. You play a right-footed winger here. Basically put two right-footed players on the pitch. One here, one here. CM on attack, AP on attack. Yeah, this guy's attack the center. This guy is drifting around this place, looking to drop the ball here. So this role could be a winger or inside forward. Okay, one of these two roles, but not inverted winger. Yeah. So that's how I set up the tactic. But I would just leave it like this, and then shorter passing is fine. Yeah, but definitely remove your. I would definitely remove low balls, low crosses. Okay, next tactic. 4-3-3 dead Cowboys. No, next here, man. You finish second both ways. All right. Recognize this tactic. Okay, complete wingback, very possession centric. Complete wingback inside forward and attack. Box to box, Mazala, halfback. Halfback comes here, ball playing defender comes here, complete wingback. Okay, this one can work because you've got two support duties here. Halfback coming in, forming a tree. This guy dribble more, stay wide. Don't have to ask him to stay wider. If you no. He won't stay wide all the way. Okay, if you if you get these guys to stay wider, there's a big gap now. So when you lose the ball, these guys are still gonna come out and they still will have that big gap to contend with because of the stay wider. My advice is to remove stay wider. Okay, stay wider and observe. Right? When you lose the ball, it comes over the top. Chances are, if you not seeing them win the ball, it's probably because of stay wider. They're too far out. Yeah. Alternatively, play it with your, but that's something I would start observing. Complete wingback is not bad. Okay, so I like this role. You're gonna come in and go out. And he got inside force. It's a very simple. I like this tactic. It can work. Yeah, there's no reason why it won't work. Low cross again, mix. Just don't play mix. Just don't play low crosses. Not a very FM. Okay, counter press. Distribute quickly is not necessary for this tactic. Why? Because you've got you want to wait until this guy gets the ball, right? If you distribute the ball too quickly, what's going to happen is ball gets hoofed up and then you're not really into the transition at all. So yeah, don't distribute quickly. Just leave it like that. Get stuck in. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Other than that, I won't change anything else. Let's see. You sit narrow. That you don't. This guy stay wider, is it? Okay, you want him to be in here. This guy's okay. Get the shape. Well, that card. Wow, the tactic on his own is fine. You just have to make sure you get the right players for these two. These two players are very important. They need the hallmarks of high work rate, aggression, stamina, first touch, balance, ball control, dribbling. Yeah, they need the whole gamut, man, here. Yeah. It's a very safe tactic. You're going to have 3 very good goal scorers. You want this role, DLF on support or complete fullback on support or pressing for on support. All 3 can work. Yeah. All right, the 4th dead Cowboys. Okay, so we done Daza and we done the Cowboys. Now we're looking at dump and chase. Ting, ting, ting. DM, complete win back, complete win. No, wow. Okay. We're like that, go advance forward, man. Don't waste time with pressing for attack. Winger, advance forward. AM on support. Yeah, okay, fine. I see what this can be do. Whip crosses, okay. Whip, you play. No. If you're gonna do whip cross, right, mid block, very good. High block, not very good. Yeah. Then you have to win the ball in midfield. Right. I probably wouldn't play whip right now. Okay. Pass into space, shoot on side. Whip is a bit dangerous. I know why you're doing whip. Everything has to be. If you're going to do whip, right, everything should be early as well. Okay, if whip is not working for you, pay attention to your crossing because I don't think you need whip. You might have to drop. If you're going to play whip, drop the line to mid and then it will look quite nice. Yeah, then you win the ball and then your boys are drawing them in and then when you win the ball, you're looking to hit them fast. So, yeah. Okay. Right, defense, correct. Counter press. Let's look at your nothing. Wing on attack. AF on attack. AF goes dribble more, take more risks. Yeah, I think this is. I would just leave it like this. Mix, okay. This can work, no? Well, because this guy is just gonna hoof the ball up. I done this. Yeah, this kind of tactics actually do work, though. Hoof the ball out and it goes towards the flanks. This is what you want a keeper to do. Distribute the flanks. When he gets the ball, right, put it on the flanks. Because you got wingers on attack. You got these guys here on the flanks. You got numbers on the flanks. So you want to do your distribute quickly. Right? Do like this. This tactic loves distribute quickly and shoot on flanks and shoot on side. Right. So the ball goes out to the flanks. They attack. They go down the flanks. They whip in the cross. Yeah. Something like dump and chase. You want a dump and chase tactic? This can work. It's pure dump and chase. And AF, don't play pressing forward. You know why I play AF? Because AF is always going to be a focal point of attacks. Whereas pressing forward isn't. Pressing forward will just give defenders a nightmare, but he's just going to give them, whenever they have the ball, he's just going to pressure them, right? But this guy, he's not going to pressure the defenders when they have the ball. He's going to pressure defenders when they don't have the ball, which is worse because whenever they don't have the ball, he's just going to be standing next to their defensive line, and then he's going to bolt. Yeah, so the defender's always going to account for him. They're always going to mark him. Yeah, so if you get one very speedy Gonzalez, it'll be brilliant, man. Okay, so that is actually a very nice 4-2-3-1. I like it a lot. Shadows, the Leica. AF Shadow Striker punch to the middle. I love this. Okay. Don't play inverted winger. I will tell you why. Okay, if you play inverted winger, they do a small turn. I think SI is going to fix this issue in FM 24. As I've kept telling SI, I don't like the fact that he does a mini turn in the wrong direction sometimes, right? So he sometimes shows too much of the ball to the opposition and this invites the trigger press. Inverted wingers seem to do that a lot in the game. Whereas a winger doesn't do it at all. Which makes no sense to me. Okay. Because it's exactly the same position, same player. It's like the winger is coming in on his left foot and running off, and then but the inverted winger has to do the little shimmy and then go into the left foot. And I'm like, what the? It's just a trigger. So play a winger, left-footed winger, put him here, and you got yourself a very nice tactic. That's the only fix you need to do. Shadow striker, winger, complete wing back on attack. Okay, I get why, because you got DLP on defend here. Alright, then he goes wandering. Yep, fine. Be more expressive, underlap left. This guy holds out the ball looking for inside run. I get what you're doing. Yeah, okay. I would have done the same thing. You don't need to play fairly wide. You can do this in a row. Tick tock, then goes to the flanks. Okay. Player defense. Player defense not very necessary in this tactic. Player defense because you got a defend duty here. Drop deep already. You got 2 ball playing defenders. You got super keeper. You don't need player defense. Because then you can get the ball up to the. If you want to control and dominate games and you want to like, okay, you know what, I just basically want to see out the game, that kind of thing. Player defense can be used, ball into box can be used, right? Defense can also be used, right? Okay, I'll explain when to use all 3. Okay, player defense, hey, c'est la vie, such is life. Want to keep the ball and draw them high up the pitch so I can hit them behind. Maybe they're very defensive. Okay, player defense is very good against defensive sides. Okay, not so good against teams that are much better than you. Okay, because teams are much better than you don't want you playing out of defense. They want to just put pressure on you and isolate your defenders from your own midfield. That's what a good team will do. A weak team is gonna like let you play the ball out because they're not good enough to defend man for man. Okay, now assume you're attacking somebody and they're defending a lot and you need to open up space, right? Okay, you're having this problem because they're sitting back too far. That's when pass into space, run a defense, ball into the box can work. Why? Because then you're basically what you're doing is all these guys are not going to cross the ball, right? Because you got these 2 guys running through the middle. So when they bring the ball out, instead of crossing the ball, they work the ball back and there's a DLP here, one over the top. That's what that work ball into box, run a defense, pass into space is going to do for you. Because you got these 2 running through the middle, make sure this guy is tall, this guy can break defenses, and you got yourself a very nice tactic. Yeah. So you've got plenty of options. This tactic isn't about the tactic, the roles and duties at all. It's about how you use team instructions for different kind of situations. That's it. A 4-2-3-1 is one of the best tactics in the game of Football Manager right now. Right now, this is probably the best formation. It works for most teams most of the time. Right? You can be a Mickey Mouse side, it'll still do well for you. The challenge most people have is not knowing how these various team instructions can combine to give you different options against different teams. That's what you got to master. So the simple things that you want to learn is, when do I use player defense? When do I use the combination pass into space, run and defense, and work ball into box? This is a triple, that all those 3, you use them together. Why? Because this is going to draw defensive sides out a bit more as your players take the ball to them, but they don't cross the ball, right? They work the ball back to the center where somebody plays the ball over the top. And that is very, very good for the 4-2-3-1, 4-3-1-2, 4-4-2 diamond, any tactic that's got 2 strikers, right? So this can work here. This is one of those tactics. It's nice. I think this is good. Cross aim center, yeah, shoot less often, I understand. Yeah, okay. Stay wider not necessary. I mean, yeah, you don't need to give stay wider to the wing back. Yeah. If he's gonna naturally overlap this guy, if he won't do it if he's stupid. Yeah, that's the reason why I removed it. Otherwise, he's gonna do it when he's stupid. Then you're gonna regret it. Black 4-2-3-1 DM box. Another 4-2. Ooh. Advanced what running off to this. Shadow striker running off. AP. Okay. Winger. Okay. Volante coming around. This one don't. You don't need this guy running because the guy running up the ball. Okay. You don't need this guy running. You just play him as an enganche. Because now you've got this group of players here running all over the shop. This guy can be a complete 4 on attack. If you do this combination, this tactic is going to sing songs. It's going to be singing you a damn nice tune because you got this guy running, you got this guy dropping, running, this guy giving you with enganche, he's got Volante coming, he's got wing back holding the 4 here. Very nice. These 4 guys together are going to unlock sides for you. Very safe combination to use. One of the nicer combinations with an enganche. Because this enganche Shadow Striker complete forward is a very nice combination for this tree, right? Because if as long as he's got somebody running here and somebody running behind him, it's a very nice combination. So now he has got somebody. He's got this one guy running here, one guy running here, this guy running up and down, and this guy running up to him. Yeah, it can work. But your existing setup might have problems because then you're depending a lot on this guy to do all the running. Right? He's got to do a lot of running and then you're going to run into traffic. Right? So here now, we got these two guys, they'll work in tandem. And then Ganche might drop into this position to work with the DLP as well. So you've got a lot of dynamic movement here. This tree will be your scorers. Counter press can work. Yep, slightly higher tempo. That's the only change I'll make to this tactic, these two roles. Okay. Counter attack 4-4. This is the old school. Complete forward drop, inside forward coming here, wing back going around. Now this one should be a this guy. Look, the halfback in this setup, not very good idea, especially in 2 CDs. He's not gonna come. Okay, halfbacks they will help you during the build-up phase, but they're gonna end up here, running all over the place. So when you're defending, they don't form 3, they form a guy running around. So Regista give him like a DM on defense. Don't play enganche. Don't play the what's the other role they use halfback? Yeah. Regista looking okay, fullback, okay, good. Yeah, winger, okay, fine. Alright. One over the top. Okay, look, there are 2 ways of setting the attack up. Now, you could go complete forward on support here and advance forward here. What that will do is they will create a kind of a 3-man flank here that is a bit more creative. They'll drop, and then they play the ball into this, but you still don't. Then you get an advance forward and inside forward both attacking the same plane, right? So this defender's always going to have a nightmare. That's one way you can set it up. It can work as well. The other way, this way, you have to pay a lot of attention to your players. So now it's complete forward drop. He holds up the ball. He's going to give it to another player role that's just attacking. So this complete forward is just going to play this ball and this guy. So there's going to be a lot of... you're going to depend a lot on this guy, man. This guy to get the ball up the pitch. And passing into space. Okay, right. Okay, I guess it can work. This is not... whenever I see a complete forward dropping like this... Oh, okay. I will play this guy inside for one support. Okay, that's it. Why? Because this guy is too deep, right? Otherwise, you're not going to have any link-up play. Now you got this guy dropping, this guy coming here, and then you got these two. An attack, and this guy got this width. Now it's a proper counter-attack. Okay. Because if you have this guy dropping in this corner, right? Okay, he is still going to be quite threatening as an inside forward because there's a higher attacking mentality. The wingback is going to do a nice natural overlap. And these guys can also be solid creators. So you got a complete forward also dropping into this pocket here. So there's more players drawing opposition players here, especially when you got a DM on defense. So yeah, it could work. This is a bit more different. Yeah. PI's pass into space is fine. It is fine. Mid block trap outside. I wouldn't use the traps at all in this setup. Stop cross can, but I'll never use the traps. Don't use the traps. They're just going to destroy a tactic. Yeah. Hey, that's it. Let's check if there are any more tactics inside the window. Nope, that's it, man. All right, guys. Hello. Hey, Alan Friedman. I don't know if you remember, but on a recent stream, I asked you for help with a 4-3-3 against a 4-3-1-2. Was that a network save you're talking about? I implemented your tips and beat the guy 3-0. Yeah! Told you right, 4-3-1-2 is predictable. I know, I play a 4-3-1-2. But I can't remember what I told you to do. I can't remember what I told you to do. What did I tell you to do? Because whatever I told you to do must have been a moment that I figured it out. No, like, oh, that must have been my genius moment. Because I don't know what I told you to do. What did I say? Yeah, how would I beat a 4-3-1-2 playing a 4-3-3? Okay, let me think. Now, the problem with the 4-3-1-2 is it's got its three midfielders in the center. It needs its fullbacks to come out the pitch. Once they come out the pitch, we have a problem. So you want to, I wouldn't have done it so, I wouldn't have made it so complicated for you. I would have made it simple. The flanks are his weakness. So don't attack him. They want, the 4-3-1-2 wants you to attack him. Don't attack him. Control the center with two support duties and a DM. And then your two flayers on the flank attack. Drop your mentality to balance. Halfback, change a halfback to a DM. Don't play with a halfback because you're gonna commit harakiri with a halfback. If you want, you have to take him on to a DM. So you give his three midfielders a nightmare. Then your two guys on the flanks attack. Correct. That's what I said, right? And you attack and hit them on the flanks. Correct. That's what I said. Because 4-3-1-2 is a very good tactic. The more you attack it, the more it'll slap you sideways. Especially if you're using a halfback. Halfback, you commit suicide. Yeah. Who was or is, in your opinion, the best former manager in history in real life? In real life, Alex Ferguson. Yeah. To tell you the truth, right, the best manager ever is Alex Ferguson. Because it's not just a game of tactics. It's about, for me, football is not just tactics. It's about bringing through players when they're young, developing them, creating a system around them, and then you have to have the managerial astuteness to adapt based on situations that are changing in Europe, which is what he did, which is brilliant. Because if you look at the way United played in England when won the titles, they played one kind of football. Then when they wanted to win the Champions League, they played a different kind of football. So they adapted, just like Bill Shankly's Liverpool, right? So they did the same thing. But over time, you would see how he started using the false nine, right? With Wayne Rooney. And this is one of the reasons why Ruud van Nistelrooy was so pissed off with Ferguson. And that's why I think Alex Ferguson is probably the best manager in football, in recent history, in recent history. For Pep Guardiola, the thing is, Alex Ferguson did it at a time when United were not the best club in Europe as well, right? So he got them there. So that's the reason why I think his success is unparalleled. No one else has been able to achieve what Alex Ferguson was able to achieve in his career. No. I mean, I granted, I think Pep Guardiola is a great manager, great tactician, but he needs to have the best players at his disposal. So that will always be that question about Pep. Can he do this by nurturing players? Looking at Arteta could probably outdo Pep Guardiola in the long run. That's how I believe. Because Arteta has shown some sparks of being potentially a very good manager. But I think with Arsenal, they're going to have a pretty long time. They're going to keep him there for a long time just to find out what to do against a 4-2-4, because two guys use a similar 4-2-4 tactic. Their teams are better, so I have to beat them tactically. 4-2-4 is much more challenging. Why? Because if I play a 4-2-4, the way I got two kinds of 4-2-4s. One is I soak and then I hit one over the top. I will always hit one over the top. So I need you to hit one. So the thing is, against a 4-2-4, you never lose possession of the ball. You keep the ball as much as possible. Yeah. Wait for it to attack and counter attack. Because the 4-2-4 will have to attack you. Right. But the 4-2-4 only does well when it doesn't. The 4-2-4 can only do well when you lose the ball. So don't lose the ball. Don't lose the ball. Play the same way you played against the 4-3-1-2. Right? Same way you played against the 4-2-4. Because a lot of players, when I played with them online, right, it's the more that there was one guy who was very attacking. Very attacking. He had never lost the game against anyone. Okay, he's very good. He's a very good player. So he was playing against me. So I kind of suspected he was, people gonna attack me. So what I did was, I played a tactic that was defensive, okay, with a low block and a low defensive line. A standard defensive line with a low block, okay? And my pressing intensity was set to zero. That means I dragged it all the way back. I didn't want my players moving about. But I had two attack duties in front. One on the wings and one in the center. And I have the guy can cross the ball very well, and the guy in the box he can hit and score. So that's all I had. And I beat him. Every time he attacked me, I scored a goal. Every time he attacked, I scored a goal. Yeah, because he couldn't get through my defense. That's it. So sometimes when you're playing this game against humans, right, you got to ask yourself a question. Sometimes it helps if you know who you're playing against, right? If you don't know who you're playing against, then when in doubt, don't attack. Just, I wouldn't lower tempo. Lowering tempo, what does tempo mean? Tempo means wait for players to get up the pitch or wait for more players to come in support. Tempo can be a problem. So don't change your tempo. Leave it on 0. Don't move it down, don't move it up. Just keep it in the center. Match your mentality. Okay? Don't try and outsmart the engine. Yeah. In fact, the strongest tactic I made was a 4-3-1-2, and then I got beaten by a guy in SI. He played a 4-2-3-1. And he knew my personality. So he knew I was a gun-ho attack. This was like 2017. So he used to play a lot last time, right? So this developer in SI. So we play, and that was before anything else. Yeah. So I would attack him. I'll go up 3-0. Then after that, I was like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna smash him some more. And then he turned things around, become 3-all the scoreline. Why? Because all he did was he just dropped the lines. Balance, mentality. I know what he did. I mean, we did talk about it after because we wanted to assess the engine. More like, will the engine play to a manager who wants to change his strategy? Like, I want to be a bit more defensive. This guy's attacking me. Can it work? It can. You just need to think about how you're setting it up. That's all. Yeah. I think Football Manager is a game that's relatively okay. I mean, for most of us. The only mistake you're going to make in this game is choosing the wrong players. That's it. If you choose the wrong players, you're going to struggle every day to Sunday, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So guys, I want to thank everybody for popping in today's stream. Today is a bit short because I think Discord, not many people sent in tactics today, which is, it's okay. So we managed to talk about your tactics. A lot of the tactics that came in today, I didn't want to change them. I don't change the tactic if I see that the tactic is good or decent, right? It's never, ever a good idea to think that somebody like me is gonna make a better tactic for you. No, don't think that way. I think a lot of you are already making very good tactics. The majority of the mistakes I see happening is just one small role change, one duty change, a low cross, the trap inside. Those only 2 or 3 things I see that are wrong in your tactics. That's it. And then finally, maybe those players. I mean, I've said it before. Please go out there and sign players to aggression. The moment you sign a lot of players to aggression, just watch how your game changes. It's going to be surprising, man. And then, you know what you'll end up doing? You'll end up going back to all your older tactics that you binned. You threw away, right? Then you go back and try the tactic again. I thought this tactic would look good on last time. God, it didn't look so good. Now, let me try this tactic out again one more time and discover, oh God, it works. All right, so you guys have been fantastic. And I want to do mine second one. No. I don't do 2 tactics, brother. Not fair to the rest. Yeah, it's not fair. It's not fair. I like to keep it to 1 tactic per person. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I want to thank everybody. So you've been absolutely fantastic. The missus is coming home. I'm going to go and chat with the missus for a bit. Tomorrow, my son, I have to bring him for an assessment in the school. So I have to talk to the wife. We're going to, hopefully, he gets into this new school where they actually teach music using instruments. I still can't get over the fact that his current school teaches him music with pictures. This is a drum set. This is a guitar. This is a flute. They don't even sing songs in class. It actually set me off completely. I was like, I went to my wife and I basically told her the idea for you to send him to this school. I knew it. I wanted to say that, but I had to be like very calm. Be very, very calm. The thing is, when you talk to your wives, right, you can't lose your cool. So I had to be very calm. I had to put it back into a situation that she has to come in and acknowledge herself. So she did it. All right, so tomorrow is a very, very important day. So you guys be cool, stay safe, love each other. I'll see you again soon. Hey, it's only tomorrow. Bye-bye. bye.